have to remind myself, this is what I'm doing now.
Yep. I do that kind of thing a lot where I just repeat the thing that I'm going to do next for fear I will forget it. And it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how often I do that. It's so funny to hear that you do the same thing.
Hey, Janine.
Hey, Shannon. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm great. It's hot as Hades here. I don't even want to talk about it. But otherwise fine because I am fortunate to have an AC.
You're in a nice climate-controlled environment.
That's right. And it's warmer than most people would like it inside our apartment, but we like it. So it's great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, we're having a little bit of a cold spell.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was 54 degrees this morning when I went out for a run.
Oh.
I had to wear tights and a long sleeve.
Wow. And it was 84 when I took Bix for a walk. Feels like 89.
Yikes.
And I was at 8 in the morning, I think. Yeah.
The funny thing is it's taking me longer and longer to go out for my runs. I think I talked about this last time. It's bad when it's warm. It's not so bad when it's cold, but it's bad when it's warm. But I think it's like the transition, like moving from one thing to the next thing just feels really hard to me these days. And I know it's partly an ADHD thing, but I just feel in general transitions are getting harder. Like just switching gears and moving from one thing to the next.
Yeah, I think I can relate to that. I basically would like to stay in the same gear all the time. And it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a pleasant gear.
Right.
For me, it was thinking about the morning, like I have a lovely morning by myself doing my YNAB and stuff. And then I have to stop it and take Bix for a walk. And I mean, he's just patiently waiting. And it can be really hard. And this morning, man, he wasn't ready. I think maybe it's the heat, but I left my office. I got dressed. I came out. It wasn't until I actually pulled out his leash that he was, I pulled out his pill, and he takes a pill every morning and gets a treat afterward. So that got him to get up. But yeah,
he wanted his treat.
That's right. But shifting gears was hard for him even. Yeah, it's not, transitions aren't easy for many people, I think.
Yeah. It's really funny. I saw a reel this morning that was a video of a woman, and it said, me with ADHD 5 minutes before I need to leave for an appointment. And she was pruning a tree in her backyard. And then me 5 hours before I need to leave for an appointment. And she's just sitting on the couch staring into space. It's like, so I felt really seen.
Yeah. So stopping what you're doing, shifting gears to do the next thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just feels like work.
Right. I know. It's like getting into the shower. I don't want to get into the shower. I get into the shower. I don't want to get out of the shower.
I can so relate to that. I so resist taking a shower. And once I'm in there, I'm like, oh, this is great. I mean, what is that about? I think it's about getting undressed and redressed, and then I can't get out. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And I know there's some legitimate cognitive stuff to switching gears. It takes a lot of cognitive energy to shift gears and to go from one thing to the next. But wow, it is just feeling so hard.
Yeah. And it's not just about like getting out of the house, right? It's about many kinds of transitions can be so challenging. For sure. I mean, it makes me think about our big transition of downsizing and moving, to living in the same house for 23 years. And I had only ever lived there. It was my first house. Right. And then we moved into an apartment, which I hadn't lived in an apartment for a very long time. Yeah. Not in an apartment building, like maybe since I was in my 20s. Anyway, it was so much work, but it's so great. Like I was born to live in a high rise. So who knew? I had no idea.
Right.
Yeah, but it was definitely, and I think I see this in my clients as well. Just the prospect of that kind of transition is so daunting,
Right.
especially when you're downsizing. And so you're going to have to make so many
Yeah.
decisions. I mean, of course, even just deciding to do it is a huge decision, or deciding where to move to. So hard to make those choices. They're so big, right?
Right.
And then slogging through it is
Right.
tricky. But then
But then it's
hopefully-
like once you're in the shower, it's
Exactly.
great. Like once you're in the
Right, you don't
high
wanna get out.
rise, it's
Yeah.
great. And you never want to leave.
That's right. That's how it turned out. but yeah, transitions are hard. And I think a lot of professional organizers, they specialize in helping people through transitions. I mean, it's
Right.
something that thankfully there is help for in many different kinds of transitions.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I would have had a much harder time with my move if I hadn't had professional organizers helping me.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that someone sort of outside of it can help, both because they can see what needs to happen, sort of all the parts of the transition in a much more neutral way without, any emotional attachment to it. And then also, I mean, at least this works for me, it's some outside accountability. So like, that's the thing that will always get me going. Like, if I have an appointment with a professional, I'm going to get there and I'm going to get there on time. But it probably is going to take some work to make that happen.
Yeah, you might be pruning branches 5 minutes before it's time to leave, but you'll get there.
Yeah. This morning, I'm like, I got to go for my run now so I can be back in time to be ready to record. And I walked out the back door, which I don't normally do, and I saw that a tomato plant was flopping over. So I got a cage. I was putting it in the cage. And then I was like, oh my God, I have to go. What am I doing?
That's funny. That's funny. Well, that might be the ADHD kicking in there, you think?
Yeah. That's the other thing is like, when I know I have to go from this thing to that thing, it's hard to do that, but it's easy to do a million unrelated things in between.
Yeah. Huh. That's so interesting. I know that I have had punctuality challenges throughout my life, and usually it's around trying to get that one last thing done before I walk out the door. And I've gotten better at that since I became an organizer, because of the expectations people have that I'll be on time to an organizing appointment.
Whatever, weirdos.
Well, yeah, come on. So I've learned to build in that buffer. We've talked about this before, so that I get places on time, but I sure don't get there early, really, even as much as I'd like to think I will.
Yeah.
Today I had a hair appointment and I got there exactly at 9:45 because I backed it all out to what time I needed to leave. It does require a lot of focus to make those transitions.
It does. It does. And I know one of the things like getting out of the house that makes it easier is sort of setting myself up for success and ease to do that. So having everything ready so that there's kind of less friction, less decision making for the transition to happen. And be successful. I have to go to a lot of PT appointments still. So it's like, I know that's going to happen. So having my bag ready, putting on whatever I need to wear in advance. So it's like all those little things that have to happen to make it easy for me to get out of the house have already happened. Then it's just grab my keys and go. It makes it easier.
Yeah. And I think having those things that you need in a place where they belong. For us, like when I go to walk the dog, my keys are always in the same place. The leash is always in the same place. The treats, everything is right there by the door. And I was just sort of noticing the other day how we've done a good job since we moved of finding places. We don't have the lost items that we used to have, but we have a lot less space, which helps.
Right.
And so we had to establish a place for things, and it's gotten ingrained in both of us. And then, of course, the other part is putting it back, which has always been my challenge, but I do a pretty good job of that now. So just that little bit that some people really struggle with, I know, finding your keys. I mean, looking for your keys is the worst, isn't it? I mean, I hated when I couldn't find my keys. And I used to have them in a bowl, but there were way too many keys in the bowl.
I remember
So,
that bowl.
yeah, yeah. So now we have hooks, and I have my hook, Barry has his hook, and there's a third hook for other people's keys.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah. We
yeah.
have a very similar system.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that not long ago. You simplified yours. I remember now. You have
Yeah.
a box for the extra keys, an
I have
organized
a box
key box.
for the extra keys, for the rental house keys and stuff. The keys for the boxes that go on top of the car and the racks and all that stuff. So that's all organized. Everything is labeled. We know where everything is there. We don't have to look for those keys. And then for our car keys and our house keys, those are just in one place. I have my house key on a little tiny carabiner, and so I can attach it to whichever car key that I'm going to be using and detach it, or I can just take it on its own. And I love that. I love having only 3 keys, and I only need to take 2 at any given time at the most.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
I know. Do you remember that we had whatever it was, 6 doors to our house, and all had a different lock, and some had multiple locks? It was like a janitor with all the keys if I took them all. And so here we have an outdoor key to get into the building and a key to get into our apartment, and then just the car key. And I do the same thing. I hook them together when I'm taking the car.
Right.
Yeah, those kinds of simple solutions, which they're not always simple to think of, to figure out, but once you have, they feel really simple. Can really help with those kinds of transitions of getting where you want to be without stress.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I just can picture so many frantic looking for the keys moments in my life. Just, it's no good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the only time they aren't where they're supposed to be is if I've clipped them into my purse or my backpack to have an extra set when Mike and I go somewhere together. And so they're not in my hand when I walk in the door because we're using his keys. But then I always know where they are. Like if they're not hanging there, oh, they're clipped in a bag because I forgot to take them out.
Same thing. And my bag is opposite my key. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It makes a big, big difference. I think too, in terms of like sort of transitioning between tasks, like doing one sort of task and then moving on to another sort of one, that having a little bit of a physical break helps me as long as I don't get distracted and I remember what I'm doing, because otherwise I could be like off doing 12 other things before I know it.
Fixing the tomatoes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Doing the laundry. And then I think this thing needs to be fixed. And then, 12 things later and 4 hours, I never got back to my desk.
Yeah. So when you say something physical, is it like you have a sit-stand desk, right? Is it like, oh, you don't.
I
That's
just have
right,
a
you have
sit desk.
Don't you have something that allows you to stand?
No, I never stand.
Okay. I don't know why I was picturing.
When I used to use my laptop instead of an external monitor, I have a stand that my laptop used to be on that I could move up for standing.
Got it.
Have never done that.
Got it. Now you don't. Yeah.
Standing is not a good thing for me.
Oh, you don't. It wouldn't benefit you to stand. My chiropractor told me the other day she'd like it if I stood half the time. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But I'll try for 10%.
Right. Right. I'll try to remember to stand once a day.
Right. Exactly. But it occurs to me that for me, because I do have a sit-stand desk, that would be a good physical change to make a transition. Because I, too, get easily distracted when I'm between tasks. It's usually I'm still sitting. I'm not getting out unless I am. But sometimes I'm just at my desk. And I'll like go to Facebook or whatever. And then I get totally lost. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So that's not beneficial. But I like the idea of moving physically, whether it's from a sitting position to a standing position or going to the bathroom or.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is going to the bathroom, making sure I have water, remembering that the thing that you're doing is sort of a bridge into the next task as opposed to an opportunity to lose your focus and get distracted by other things.
An opportunity. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like the notion of a bridge to the next task. Of course, that
Yeah.
means I need to know what the next task is, which
Right.
sometimes is a challenge in and of itself, although I usually have a list to work from. So that helps.
Yeah. So maybe that is actually the key, is knowing what the next thing is, deciding it, and then moving to a stand position, going to the bathroom, getting water, getting a snack, whatever you need to do. I mean, probably just standing up and, I don't know, moving around in some way. Stretching would be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Playing
and
with
I don't
your
mean
pet.
like doing stretches. I mean like literally just like,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
like yawn stretches,
Yeah.
moving
Yeah.
around. And
That's true.
I, in doing that, might be saying in my head, I'm just stretching and then I'm doing this. I'm stretching and I'm doing this. Or I'm getting some water and then I'm doing that. Have to remind myself, right? This is what I'm doing now.
Yep. I do that kind of thing a lot where I just repeat the thing that I'm going to do next for fear I will forget it. And
Right.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how often I do that. It's so funny to hear that you do the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, and some reason that makes me think of, I read an article once about, I think some sort of study or something showed the reason why you forget things when you go into another room, like the physical act of walking through a doorway does something to your brain. Does
Wow.
this ring a bell with you?
Yeah, it does ring a bell. I feel like somebody else told me that, not you, but it may well have been you. Or maybe I've heard
Yeah.
it from multiple sources. Interesting,
Yeah.
though. I'd like to find that study. I'd like to know more about that. That's interesting. I believe
Yeah.
it. For what it's
Right.
worth, I
Oh.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it reminds me of the old joke. As I get older, I spend more and more time thinking about the hereafter. I go into a room and I think, what am I here after?
Oh, that was a Gene Addams joke.
It was,
he would have
wasn't
liked
it?
that. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any real solution. I think there's just ways to try to make it easier.
Yeah, I think awareness is beneficial, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Well, it
think
changes the pattern.
Right. Yeah. So just thinking about it and hearing about it might be helpful to folks. It's
Yeah.
to me, I think.
Yeah. Well, and sort of talking it through is helping me understand what is hard about it.
Mhm.
So then how I might make transitions a little bit easier. And we didn't bring this up yet, but I think it also matters to know why the next thing is important to you.
Ah, very good, Shannon. Yeah, that does make sense. Absolutely. Know why it's important to you will help you remember to do it, help you transition into it happily.
Well, yeah, I think, I mean, for me, it feels like if I know why something is important to me, I'm drawn to do it as opposed to just like, oh, this is the next thing on the list, or, this is the next thing I have to do, or I have to go to this appointment and I don't want to leave my chair.
Right.
Like, making the next thing more appealing.
Right. I like it.
Yeah. So remembering how great the shower feels once you're in it and how nice it feels to have showered once you're done
Right.
makes the next thing easier, the next step
Right.
easier.
Makes it a little easier to get in.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good.
Yeah. Well, we would love to hear from you, our listeners. How do you feel about transitions? Do you have anything that helps you make them easier? You can let us know on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Getting to Good Enough. You can send an email to gettingtogoodenough@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. messed up on the numbers almost. I mean, I didn't, but I almost did because I was looking at the timer, how much time had elapsed. And so it's numbers flashing in front of me as I was trying to say the numbers.
Hey, but you succeeded.
I did. Yay me.
Yay.